Okay, so we're going to talk about graphing systems of equations. We discussed yesterday the system of equations is more than one equation, and here we have two equations right here in our box. These are our two equations we're looking at. So let's first start. We discussed in the past that we prefer to graph by solving for y. So if we take their first equation, x minus 2y equals 0, and solve for y, remember the first thing you do is get y by itself, is undo everything around it. So we're going to subtract the x over first. You should all be familiar with this. So we get negative 2y equals negative x. And our last step to get y by itself is divide by negative 2. So y equals negative over negative is a positive 1/2 x. So there's our first one. So in red, we'll go ahead and graph that. So our y-intercept over here is 0. There's nothing there, so we're going to start at 0 and put our dot. And then we're going up 1 over 2. Right, and likewise we can go down 1 and back 2, following the same direction. All right, so this is our first equation. Okay, so now let's look at our second equation. It is x plus 2y equals negative 8. So again, we can solve for y, get y by itself, undo our x value. And this is a little bit of a blast from the past because we all know how to do this. So 2y equals negative 8 minus x. Last step, get y by itself, divide everything by 2. And we get y equals negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4, negative 1/2 x. Okay? So now let's go ahead and graph this. So we're going to start at negative 4. So that's right here, and put our dot. That's our y-intercept. And then our slope is down 1 over 2. So down 1 over 2. Or we can go up 1 and back 2. Oop, we just found our crossing. So we draw this line. Remember, our solution is wherever they cross. So in this case, and let me get a different color to show this, we're crossing right here, right, at 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4, negative 2. So that's our solution. So our solution is negative 4, negative 2. Okay? So let's look at one more together. Oh, looks like I did them backwards. All right, so again, we have two equations here. So we'll use red for our first equation. And let's solve them for y. So in this first one, get rid of your x. And we get y equals 6 minus x. So there's 1. So we start at our y-intercept, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And negative x, which means negative 1, so down 1 over 1. We continue to follow the pattern. And likewise, we can go up 1 and back 1. So here's our first line. So now let's look at our next line. And we have negative 3x plus 4y equals negative 4. Move our x term over. So we get 4y equals negative 4 plus 3x. Divide everything by 4. Y equals negative 4 over 4 is negative 1 plus 3/4 x. So we start at negative 1 and put our dot. Our slope is 3 over 4, so rise 3, run 4. Oh, look at there. So this is our next line. Okay, so again, where they cross is our solution, which is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So 4, 2. So our solution to this one is 4, 2. Okay? That easy. On your paper, you have a word problem. We're going to wait and work on that word problem when I get back to help teach it to you, because I feel like that'll be a little better. If you have a little extra time, go ahead and try it on your own.